All right. I was I was doing it outside, and feels like it's going to rain. But doing it outside, and like I said, I don't want to do the whole thing all over again, so we're just going to have to chop it up, and then you're going to have to look at these things like part one, two, part three. But the first thing, I don't want to cover that either. Like I said, I joined this gym, Richie's Gym, 284. Wasn't a lot of gearhead, wasn't a lot of muscle heads in there when I went, but like I said, it was 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I went there after I left IHOP because I had the feeling, a feel for some pancakes. But when I got there, I didn't want to eat the pancakes, so I wound up ordering something else, which is like a roast beef melt or something like that, like a tuna melt, but instead of using tuna, they use shredded beef, and then some chicken salad, which was like, yeah, I didn't even finish. I just boxed it up and left. I mean, my thing is when I go to these restaurants, man, I don't really trust the food anymore. I mean, the food, to me, it's fat American food, man. People that go there, they don't really expect to eat good. They just expect to eat something, and then they convince themselves that they had a good time because they ate large helpings of food that really didn't have any taste. I mean, you saw Jared in those Subway commercials. I went to Subway. I used to eat Subway every day about. When I was working at Volvo as a mechanic, I used to eat Subway every day. I never tasted any of the food. I would eat a different sub every day, though. I never tasted anything except for the toppings you put on it. Whatever dressings, or, if you put like honey radish mustard, or, balsamic vinegar and some hot peppers or something like that, that's all you ever taste. I mean, the bread doesn't have any taste, the cheese doesn't have any taste, the meat doesn't have any taste. I mean, the vegetables don't have any taste. But you're supposed to convince yourself you had a great dining experience. You just ate something because you were hungry. So, it's wound up being like that for most of these places. So I went to IHOP. I went to IHOP because I had a hankering, I had a desire for some, eggs and pancakes, biscuits. When I got there, I didn't order that. But, I'll go there in the future. Not immediately in the future. Probably, in the next quarter, which would mean sometime in like September, October, or November, towards the end of the year. And, other thing, I am seeing a lot of pregnant women around here. It's like times can't be that bad because women are still, reproducing. So it's good. That's a good aspect of time. Oh, but like I was saying, man, I just came back from Puerto Rico, and it is crazy, man. I was hanging out with my boy down there. I ain't seen him since, he married some nut job, and that one didn't work out. And he was sort of glad because that babe was nuts. So, when you marry a nut job and you find out that you're nuts, and you hope he find out he's nuts because he's the groom and he's the spouse, and you want him to, this way you don't have to. This way, when you speak bad about somebody's spouse, it ain't like you talking out of text. You're not talking out of turn. Hey man, that dude's wife is crazy. Oh man, no. He thinks she's crazy. And they say, oh yeah, man, she was nuts, man. I mean, damn, bro. I mean, shit. She was Chex Mix all by herself. But we hanging out, man, and I'm like, all the women were just fat, man. I mean, all of them. I mean, there was some fine ones out there. Yeah, there definitely was some fine women in Puerto Rico, but a lot of the ones, especially, and the thing that got me is a lot of the fat ones had the Mandingo complex. Now they want a black boyfriend, and I'm like, well, you big as hell. And I mean, if you are a Puerto Rican woman and you watching this, and I was talking to you, don't take it personal. It's just that until you get your weight under control, it's just not going to happen for you the way that you want it to. So hopefully you can get your weight under control before you get too old. Because look, man, if you used to be a voluptuous woman and you got to hold true to that, you got to hold fast to that, man. All right? Nobody want to be dealing with no McGilla gorilla. Oh, yeah, she make me the good Arocan boil. She do it good, my friend. She do it good, man. She make the good, feed the food you need. Oh, my friend, no one in the house. Oh, no. My dog. That's great. I mean, but that's related to another issue. I mean, a lot of women, they're talking about they can't meet a dude, but a lot of women can't cook. So my thing is, what are you going to do to keep that dude in the house? He's not going to stay in the house just because he's pleased with your appearance. He finds you attractive, you know. What they say, the easiest way to a man's heart is through his stomach. I don't know if that works, but I'll tell you this. That's one damn sure way to keep him in the house. You know, if you cooking this with this one, he's gonna tell his friends who are not in relationships that the woman he got can cook her ass off, and he don't need to leave the house. And then if he does gain weight, he takes pride in gaining weight because he knows it comes from eating good food that the woman that he's involved with made. A lot of women can't cook, so if you can't cook, I don't know how you plan on pulling that off. I just don't. I mean, you expect the relationship to work out because of luck. Oh, he wants me because he wants me. Oh, he loves, and then you stuck with a dude, and then you find another woman because he'll just go with another woman who can't cook. Shoot, At this point, I'm rambling because I was trying to remember what it was I wanted to make a video about. I mean, there was a response I wanted to make to Chris Hedges, but I don't want to do that right now. I'll probably do that maybe in 20 minutes or so. But there was some current topic, and it wasn't about that Trayvon Martin thing. It was something contemporary. I'm not sure if it was that Jay-Z Harry Belafonte issue, that kerfluffle, that he really bit off more than he can chew by going at Harry Belafonte. But we're getting some new subscribers. I like that. But the page is pretty much, it was set up to be like a music page, a music appreciation page. And then, I'm watching other people make their videos, and I don't like them, but a lot of people don't accept any feedback. So if you don't like it, nigga, do your own shit then. So I'm like, well, I got a camera. I got a camera right here, and I'm using a cell phone right there. Cell phone is better because the battery lasts longer, and I can upload immediately to YouTube. And I don't normally, when I use a cell phone, I don't appear in front of the lens because I'm driving, and I don't want a distraction. Like right now, this thing is mounted on the middle of the windshield, so clearly that's an obstruction if I were driving the vehicle down the road. So I'd move it off the center of the windshield and have the camera, inverted to show you the front, the road that I'm traveling on, and then I would just keep the mic active as I speak, which is pretty much the only way you can do that in New York State anyway. The violation is having the thing in your hand. If they see me with this in my hand, they can assume that it's 12 and then write me a ticket. And then I'd have to spend the next 3 months trying to get a court date to go down there and have them charge me, find me guilty, and then still have me pay the $100 $130 now, plus the 5 points they want to put on your license, So I'm just going to waste this time. I'm going to goof off this time right here until I can remember what it is, because it was hot, and I came outside, and there's a breeze, and I was outside in the breeze, and only laying, nosy people. If they know what you're doing, why they got to take such an interest in it? You shouldn't be doing that. What you doing that for? You shouldn't be doing that. I mean, a lot of times, man, all the black people, man, they just are not receptive to opening their minds. And it's like, somebody told me I can't do it, so you can't do it either. Who are you to do the thing you do? Don't you ever do no thing like that. What? You putting ketchup on your french fries. Don't you put no goddamn ketchup on your french fries. You supposed to eat them clean. White man told me I can't eat no damn shit on my french fries. You can't eat none too. You ain't no better than me. Get on around here with the newfangled ideas. You know I'm scared and I just can't do nothing else. I hope a lot of y'all find that humorous because I was trying to be humorous. I don't have enough time to go to the point I wanted to make before about a lot of black women. They have ruined the state of the political thought because they're so amenable. They're so easy to be appeased and ask for nothing in return. I got a couple of minutes left to listen. So what I want to do is I just want to state one more point that I did make a while ago, but I don't know if anyone saw that video. So there's a point about black people can't ask President Obama for anything, and I'm like, well, that's sort of funny, man, because, the way politics works is you are loyal to your constituency because they gave you that position, they put you in office. Now, what we have here is Barack Obama is incredibly faithful to the pro-Israel Jewish lobby, but he is not faithful to his own constituency, black people in America. You voted for this guy. Most of you didn't even care what he stood for. It was just the fact that he was an articulate, educated black man from Chicago, or maybe not from Chicago, but he was articulate and educated, and you knew that you could put your faith in this guy. So you did, but you asked for nothing in return. And then when he gets asked this question explicitly, he says, well, I'm the president of all America. Yeah, listen, and you guys buy that. Yeah, you're the president of all America, but dummy, we are your most loyal, faithful constituency. We put you in this motherfucker, all right? We put you in this office. If I put you in the office, I can answer whatever I want, because when it comes to getting future support, I can turn my back on you. And this is exactly what you did in 2008. You voted for that guy, and then you turned your back on everybody else in the Democratic Party for 2009, 2010, 2011. Then you voted for a guy again in 2012. So I'm wondering what you're going to do in 2013, because the guy says he's not going to do anything for you, and you believe that. I mean, you know, it's like everybody doesn't understand how politics works. If he can't do nothing for you, then you don't need him. If he can do nothing for you, you need to put your support behind somebody who can do something for you. And if the other guy can't do anything for you, then you need to create a party where the people are going to do the things that you want to get done. And you'll give them your money. But you got to make real demands. You know that black people don't make any demands. I don't even know what you would ask for, because, you know, your political rhetoric centers around having 3 or 4 people in charge. That, you know, it's not really that they're in charge. It's that when I have a microphone and I put the microphone in front of their face, these are the people that we want to hear. We're going to go to Alot, and he's going to say, well, I need me some more purple pimp suits. And, you know, we're going to go to Jesse Jackson. Well, I need to know where the white women at with the big booties. You know, you're going to go to Ben Chavis. I don't give a damn where the women's white or not. I just need to grab some ass and grab that ass now. You know? You go to Roy Ennis, you know, what he gonna say? I don't give a damn about no booties, no nothing. I just need me some coupons to the buffet so I can save me some money, get me some motherfucking some deals up in this motherfucker, you know. I mean, you know, look, all of these dudes is phony, but they empower for one specific purpose. They empower so they can diffuse the concentration of political thought. So when people ask you what is it that you want and what are your objectives, you go, oh no, we gotta run it past Al Sharpton. We gotta run it past Jesse Jackson. We gotta run it past Roy Ennis. We gotta run it past Kwasi Mfume. We gotta run it past the Congressional Black Caucus. We gotta run it past some other 80-year-old black dudes that, you know, they've been so far out the game that they really don't know or have anything useful to contribute. That's what we gotta do right there, you know. But not hating. I'm just saying. So, anyway, how long is it? I'm like 12 minutes in this damn thing. I'm going to stop this one, and then I'm going to start a new one when I actually remember what the hell I want to talk about. All right? Let's do that.